Hi everyone, and welcome to Morning Coffee Break. Hope everybody's doing great this morning. It is Friday, June 7th. Currently it's 65 degrees. High today is going to be 76. Chance of rain 6% today. I need to mow that bank out there because it's 6% today and 6% tomorrow. I want to mow the bank today and then the rest of the yard tomorrow. And then for at least a week or more, it's like the lowest is 45%, but most days are like 70, 80%, 95%, 100%. If we get all the rain that they're forecasting, it's going to be something else. I mean, that's going to make everything grow even more. But if it keeps raining, how can you mow your yard even? You know, you can't mow it when it's wet. There's no way. But we'll see what happens. It changes sometimes, you know. That's like the 10 days ahead of now. So anyway, the wind's 5 miles per hour right now. Today there'll be, and by the way, if you haven't seen the community post, Logan is just not feeling good. And his hip was still hurting him, which it's been hurting him for quite a while now. But he didn't feel good, you know, besides that. So he just decided he wanted to wait until next Wednesday to get it back on track on Wednesday. And you know, I never want him to do it if he doesn't feel good. He won't be able to do a good job, you know, of trying things, you know, because he won't even feel like eating anything probably, you know. So I always let him, you know, it's his show. Let him decide what he wants to do, and we'll be back on track next week. So today there's going to be, and that's why the grocery outlet haul came out yesterday and said it was going to come out today. And then today there'll be an out and about with Mike and Joy where we went. Really, we're just running an errand. Went to the post office, but got some nice, I think that's some pretty nice scenery along that road that we go to the post office. It's called State of Franklin Road. It's like it's a 4-lane, you know, 2 on each side. I don't know if you'd call that a 2-lane or 4-lane though. Well, there's 4 lanes, 2 going one way, 2 another way. And there's a lot of traffic on that road, but a lot of it has just like, still has just like, you know, woods and stuff like that. So anyway, what's for dinner? Always subject to change around here. But I was telling Joy we still had some, let's see, we had 2 different kinds of Salisbury steak. And we had the Stouffer's, I think it was. Or did we have the other one too? Anyway, the Stouffer's one was really good. We might have had the other one. I thought we still had one. If I still have one, we're going to have Salisbury steak, mashed potatoes, and green beans. If I don't have one still, which I'm not for sure, I know I got some meatballs, the family size, and I thought I still had some, but maybe not, because I think we had the Stouffer's, and then I had a banquet. But anyway, if not, we'll have something like orange chicken. We still got one of those, and pot stickers. We'll see. That's what I mean. I'm not for sure if I still have one. They wanted Salisbury steak, but I can't remember. I'll have to just look through the freezer and see if we have another one. I don't think we do, though. To be honest, I think we've had it twice in the last month. Okay. All right. Anyway, I'm just kind of thinking out loud. Jokes. During a terrible snowstorm, a St. Bernard was sent out with his usual keg of brandy to find a lost hiker. 2 hours later, the dog came back to the rescue center with his little barrel empty and a note tucked under his collar. Curious, the chief took the note, revealing it to say, "Enjoyed the brandy. Next time, please send a double." Okay. Here's another one. Faced with hard times, the company offered a bonus of $1,000 to any employee who could come up with a way of saving money. The bonus went to a young woman in accounting who suggested limiting future bonuses to $10. Oh, man. She got hers, though. So, Anyway, thought of the day is from Henry Ford. Whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. So either way, if you think you can't do something, you're right. If you think you can, you're right. So go with can, that you can do something. Okay, quiz, trivia time. What was I saw? Okay, I think this was the one I saw. I want to make sure. Okay, I think this is it. I don't know if this is history. Okay, I'm gonna get it to the. Clara Barton is known as the founder of what aid organization? And that, I don't know what that is. It says seeking. It's old guy has a sign is all it is. It says seeking human kindness. Anyway, American Heart Association, YMCA, Samaritan's Purse, the American Red Cross. This, I mean, I think I've heard this before. American Heart Association, Samaritan's Purse, YMCA, the American Red Cross. I might get this one wrong because all these are good, you know, of course they're good organizations. I want to say the Red Cross. Yeah. That's it. Clarissa Harlow Barton, known as Clara, is one of the most honored women in American history. Guided by an intense devotion to helping others, she forged a bold path of service to help those in need. On May 21, 1881, almost said 1981, Clara founded the American Red Cross, and by 1882, the U.S. ratified the Geneva Conventions, laws that to this day protect the war wounded and civilians in conflict zones. It's just got more history about it to that. I thought that's interesting, though. Who is known in the U.S. as the father of his country? William Williams, Robert E. Lee, Benjamin Rush, George Washington. I think everybody might know this. It shows a picture of the Statue of Liberty. Father of the country, William Williams, Robert E. Lee, Benjamin Rush, George Washington. I say George. Yeah. George Washington's critical role during the Revolutionary War, the Constitutional Convention. I've got floaters bad today if I mess up reading. They're going all over. And his 2 terms as the first president of the United States led to him eventually receiving the informal title of Father of his Country. Okay. 2 right, none wrong. Which of these famous inventors was born in the U.S.? Leonardo da Vinci, Samuel Morse, Hans, I think that's Hans, Johns, Gutenberg, Tim Berners-Lee. I don't know who that is. So Leonardo da Vinci, Samuel Morse, Johann Gutenberg, Tim Berners-Lee. Okay, you know, Leonardo, come on. Wasn't it Italy? Gutenberg, Germany, I think, made the Gutenberg Bible. I think made a copy of the Bible. I don't know who Tim Berners-Lee is, but I'm going to say Samuel Morse for Morse code. Right. He did the Morse code, I'm pretty sure. Samuel invented it. Finley Breese Morse, April 27, 1791 to April 2, 1872, known as Samuel Morse, was an American inventor and painter. After having established his reputation as a portrait painter in his middle age, Morse contributed to the invention of the single-wire telegraph system based on European telegraphs. He was a co-developer of the Morse code and helped to develop the commercial use of telegraphy. So I was right about that. I mean, he did the Morse code. And they use that, of course, they use that a lot on, what is it? The telegraph? Yeah. If you see all the old shows, all the westerns like Gunsmoke or whatever, they're like send something about this bad person going to be in the town in the vicinity of whatever, send it to so and so. That might not have been a great example, but in the U.S., whose picture appears on a penny? Does everybody know this? Should, I mean. Okay, let's go with it. Abraham Lincoln, Theodore Roosevelt, Thomas Jefferson, George Washington. It's Lincoln. I said I collect coins, so I hope I know. The penny is a United States 1 cent coin. The person on the obverse heads side of the penny is Abraham Lincoln, our 16th president. That's all we really need to. Which of them was an American female fashion icon of the 1960s? Laura Bush, Nancy Reagan, Jackie Kennedy, Michelle Obama. Well, Laura Bush, Nancy Reagan, Jackie Kennedy, Michelle Obama. Michelle was probably not even born. Maybe in the 60s, but I don't think she's probably even later than that. I'm just saying, she wasn't around, I don't think in the early 60s or whatever. It's Jackie Kennedy. Yeah, Jackie Kennedy. I've heard that on other questions we had about the Kennedys and stuff, if y'all remember. She was a certified style icon even before she officially took her role of First Lady, inspiring countless copycats and setting major trends every time she stepped out in a new monochromatic ensemble, channel suit, or pillbox hat in the 1960s. Who led the Continental Army against the British? James Madison, Thomas Jefferson, George Washington, Samuel Adams. Okay, against the British. I know, George Washington, they show him going across that river, and the famous picture or painting, I guess. I'm going to say George Washington. Yeah, that's it. The Continental Army was an army of the United Colonies representing the 13 colonies and later the United States during the American Revolutionary War. So anyway, yeah, General George Washington was appointed Commander-in-Chief of the Continental Army and maintained his position throughout the war. 6 right, none wrong. I do like history. I've always liked history in school and everything. In the 1963 I Have a Dream speech was famously delivered by whom? Malcolm X, Rosa Parks, Nelson Mandela, Martin Luther King Jr. Yep. Malcolm X, Rosa Parks, Nelson Mandela, Martin Luther King Jr. It's Martin Luther King Jr. I Have a Dream is a public speech that was delivered by American civil rights activist and Baptist minister Martin Luther King Jr. during the March on Washington for Jobs and Freedom on August 28, 1963. Okay. Oh boy. Amelia Earhart was the first woman to fly solo across which ocean? Pacific, Mediterranean, Atlantic, Caribbean. I've watched stuff about this, watched stuff about her disappearance and all this, and, about her whole life, really. I hope I can get this right. I think I know. I think it's Pacific. Come on, answer. What? It didn't do it. Answer. No internet. What? What in the heck? I'll try again. No, it's the Atlantic, so I was afraid of that. I knew it was one of the two. Amelia Earhart disappeared July 2, 1937, declared dead January 5, 1939, was an American aviation pioneer and author. She was the first female aviator to fly across the Atlantic Ocean. So, I was wrong. I learned something. What was the first name of 19th century American poet Whitman? Whitman. Like Whitman chocolates, maybe? I don't know. Walt, Andrew, Robert, Peter. Walt, Andrew, Robert, Peter. I want to say Walt Whitman. Yes, a 19th century poet, essayist, and journalist, Walt Whitman stands as one of the most influential poets in American literature and one of the first to gain international recognition. 8 right and 1 wrong. One more. Which politician wrote the 2003 best-selling book, Living History? I don't know this. Hillary Clinton, Ted Kennedy, Nancy Pelosi, Condoleezza Rice. You know, I'm not for sure at all. I don't think it was Ted Kennedy or Condoleezza Rice. I think it was Hillary Clinton. Yep. Living History is Hillary Clinton's memoir. I knew she had made a book. I didn't know what it was called. Memoir of life throughout the White House years. Hillary Clinton is known to hundreds of millions of people around the world. Yet beyond her close friends and family have ever heard her account of her journey. She writes with candor, humor, and passion about her upbringing in suburban middle-class America in the 1950s and so on. So, today I got 9 right and 1 wrong. And that one got me. Yeah, you know, I knew it was one or the other, but now I know. So, everybody, I hope you did well too, and I hope you enjoyed today's trivia time and morning coffee break. If you did, I hope you'll press that like button. Also, subscribe if you haven't already, and share this out. And hit that so you get all my videos as soon as they come out. Everybody, I hope you have a great day, and we'll see you later on with an Out and About with Mike and Joy. Bye, everyone, and God bless.